I think the biggest problem now is the price of the equipment has become so expensive. When fertilizer went from 450 to 950 a ton, that was devastating, you know. And then our chemicals tripled at that time also.
You know what's going to make all of that much better? 20% tariff on everything coming in out of the country. Massive improvement to, you know, commodity prices, I tell you.
My farmers are getting about $4.10 a bushel for corn. That's what they were getting when grocery prices were 30% lower. They were still getting $4.10 then. The farmer's not getting any more money on this. Now, input costs went up for that farmer just as much as they went up for the middleman who's in there. Corporate profits have seen a bigger rise at any time in our history. So it's as simple as this. Somebody in the middle's taking more money.
The best coffee shops are the woke shops. It is unironically true, and you can, like, the rule that the best baristas are gay is true everywhere in America, without exception. Like, you can be driving through Idaho, and you could stop at like a small several thousand population town, and if there is a coffee shop there, it'll be the one guy who talks like this, and they will make really good coffee. And that's just beautiful. That's just beautiful. I don't know why it's like that. I'm gay and I'm bad at making coffee. Well, actually, I used to be the best guy at it. When I was like 16, I worked at a restaurant. They had an espresso machine, and I was the only one who could work it properly. I mean, they were making like espressos and Americanos and stuff, but I could make a hell of a latte. I remember vividly when I was bullied for my big brain. I was like 16 and a little dweeb, and there was a hot chef, and she was a woman who, and I'm saying this in the most complimentary way possible, looked like a man, like butch, like good, positive, parentheses, good. And she was like missing a finger. It had 50 scars on her hands and arms, like a good chef. And she was like, so how do you make that? Show me how you make a latte. And I was like, okay, well, first you fill up the cup with 2/5 milk. And she and another coworker were like, 2/5, not like a half. Oh, 2/5. All right, math boy. This was the closest I've ever gotten to this white guy eating beans. You know, that was my 13th reason.
Asking for a tax cut in the middle, farmers aren't getting the money, and they're passing on the cost. So she's talking about stopping the price gouging on these things, making sure the prices are fair, making sure wages are keeping pace with that, and then...
It's no secret that Democrats have lost working class voters, especially rural Americans. What stood out about Walz's approach to winning them back was his knowledge of their lives and specific struggles. He got into the weeds of farming with Gordon.
Farm bill, what do you guys do on crop insurance? What equipment do you need with potatoes? Like, how do you bring them in? Is it like sugar beets? You used to be able to make a living off 50 head.
Yeah, correct.
2000.
Yeah.
And the details of trade policy with Dan.
He rules so much. I love him, man.
Yeah.
So my name is Dan Hand. I work at Mack Trucks in Macungie, Pennsylvania. I am a registered Republican. I'm going to support...
If Northern Lion covered videos rather than just playing video games, would his chat see this and go like, wow, it's Northern Lion because he's bald, the same way you guys say every white guy with a beard is me? Would there be the same ubiquity of like all white people with even remotely similar hair are the same guy? Yes, probably. Okay, yeah.
Who's going to support labor? Volvo just announced that they are building a plant in Mexico.
Yeah.
And it's going to be building both Mack trucks and Volvo trucks. And everybody's really...
Also allowing John Deere to pretty much sue farmers if they ever try to repair their equipment. It is insane how stupid small town farming Americans are that they blame what is happening to them economically on anyone other than like one of 3 corporations. Because the corporations that are over are so comically evil and so obviously contemptuous of them. It is genuinely insane. The John Deere right to repair stuff, for those of you who don't know, John Deere was like the American like farming equipment, you know, tractors and such, the company. And John Deere has for years fought to make it illegal for farmers to repair their own equipment. Now again, these are farmers. Shit breaks down all the time. You're like on a self-sufficiency kick over there. If something breaks, you have to be able to fix it. They want you to have to send it back every time, so you can't farm. You got your tractor back at John Deere headquarters, so they can fix it, and you pay them for it. Right to repair. Right to repair is one of those crazy, like, movements where literally everyone is pro right to repair, except for, like, 5 billionaires in Washington. Yeah, McDonald's recently had this. McDonald's recently won the right to repair their own ice cream machines. The company that sold McDonald's their ice cream machines, because of course they don't have a factory making ice cream machines, right? They like buy them, you know, had a rule where only they could fix their ice cream machines. So you have like one dedicated McDonald's ice cream machine repair guy running around the entire state, going McDonald's to McDonald's, fixing them all. That's why they were always broken. And recently, thanks to Joe Biden's administrative state, they've ruled that McDonald's has the right to repair their own ice cream machines.
Concerned about potentially losing our work.
Yeah.
And we're wondering as far as what the administration would do to help strengthen our plant domestically, as opposed to with what's coming out of Mexico.
Yeah, no, this was a big deal, and this is a double punch to you. In many of these cases, these folks were given a tax break, your tax dollars, tax breaks, to then offshore your job. And look, this started in the 80s and the 90s when we were saying that we would start shipping these jobs overseas, and then all of a sudden we started seeing the decline.
Thousands of auto workers in swing states are worried about whether their jobs will be shipped to low-wage countries like Mexico. And who they vote.
It wasn't McDonald's, it was the franchisees who won that suit. Oh, sorry, but yeah, right, because McDonald's is a franchise. Yeah, the franchisees who actually run the McDonald's, not the McDonald's Corporation, won that suit because the franchisees wanted the right to repair the ice cream machines that were in their McDonald's as opposed to, yeah, okay, sorry, yeah.
Vote for will depend on who they trust to renegotiate
I kind of wish that we were not so condescending about rural folks. Okay, well then maybe when I drive through rural Idaho, I should not be swerving to avoid the gigantic inflatable Trump, like, you know, wavy arm tube man and the flags, and I shouldn't drive past pickup trucks with elevated suspension with like stickers covering every single square inch of paint, with Trump stickers and Confederate flags and everything. Listen, okay, all I'm saying is if they want me to not dislike them, they could try a little harder. That's all I'm saying.
Odd trade deals like the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement or USMCA.
The other concern is as far as like NAFTA 2.0, the USMCA.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened with John Deere. They wound up losing a lot of work.
A lot of rhetoric. And look, Donald Trump picked up on this. He picked up
Okay, John Deere didn't lose jobs. They chose to cut their workers to save money. John Deere is a very, very large, powerful corporation. Like, again, this is the fundamental issue. The American farmer will get shafted by a corporation and then turn around and blame, like, black people. Why?
That there was frustration. We were frustrated because the jobs left and all that. They told us that they were going to fix this, and it didn't get any better. We lost 6 auto manufacturing plants under President Trump's presidency. We've gained back 20. So I think being very clear that we end the policies that incentivize them to do that. We re-incentivize those that are willing to invest here. And things like the Inflation Reduction Act, the CHIPS Act, and things like that, they are working. They are starting to come back.
Those 2 laws, passed by the Biden-Harris administration.
Damn, Biden is serving in this picture. That suit is looking crisp. That is a perfect shoulder line. He's looking really good here.
Invest trillions of dollars in bringing manufacturing back to the U.S. after decades of offshoring. People like Jamie Sychek.
One thing that I will say, though, I really wish that American politicians would feel more comfortable wearing navy suits with a red undertone. I think that you can do so much more with just a little red under, like a sheen, you know, especially if it's like a lighter suit, you know, if you're in a warmer climate. I know you're in Washington, D.C., which varies a lot in temperature. You can get like 90-degree summers and freezing winters, but, you know, like iridescence. I mean, blue can have red undertones. It's pretty common.
U.S. after decades of offshoring. People like Jamie Sychek are on the front lines of those global economic shifts.
Blah, blah, blah.
Jamie Sychek, I am a skilled trades card holder of the UAW. It's coming up on my 30th year. I work in a steel mill in Butler, Pennsylvania, and we make a unique product that's...
Coming up on your 30th year of working at the steel mill, are you like 45, 46, 48? You look good. Hell yeah, man. So you must have started like as soon as you graduated high school. Finally, a white boy who don't crack. Gives me a bit of hope for the future.
Electrical steel for transformers.
We're kind of tied to you guys with our taconite in northern Minnesota.
Yes, I got to be totally honest. I'm still up in the air. I did not vote for Donald Trump in 2016.
Donald Trump.
And
I'm not the only one who misspeaks.
Donald Trump in 2020.
Over the last 50 years, American steel jobs have been decimated by cheap foreign steel. The mill Jamie works at has been in limbo for years.
Last year with the Department of Energy, we had a rule regulation proposed that was nearly going to wipe us off the map. Everything was going to come from overseas.